It is the 1st of January, not quite sure what day of the week it is, but it's the 1st of January, so Happy New Year everybody. We are on our way to Milford Sound and we've just stopped off at the Mirror Lakes. We've left the Catlands. We got fed up with the wind that wouldn't seem to go away, and I'm pleased to say we have actually left the wind behind, but we haven't left the sandflies behind. They are out in a vengeance here, so we're going to have to get the DEET out tonight. So we're heading to a DOC, a dock site tonight, and then tomorrow morning we will go into Milford Sound. We've arrived at Cascade Creek, which is our dock campsite for tonight, and it looks pretty stunning. Lots of lovely lupins. We've actually driven for about 3.5 hours today. I think it is about 3.5.
Yeah.
From Curio Bay. Oh, there's some kids going in the river. Oof. Not sure it's that warm. Yeah, we went from Curio Bay and we actually bypassed Invercargill. The sat-nav took us on a bit of a strange route, but it was quite a nice route, and stopped off in Lumsden for a bit of lunch, which was actually very pleasant. TR now to do a bit of shopping, and here we are in Fiordland now, which is looking pretty stunning. Good morning, this is the 2nd of January and we are on our way up to Milford Sound. It's 6:30 in the morning.
Yeah.
We were actually going to get up at 7, but then an alarm, some peeping away, went off about 20 to 6, so we thought, well, we're awake, we may as well get up and go. And it is quite beautiful. You probably, I don't think you can see this on the camera. It's actually low clouds swirling around the mountains.
Just stopped at some roadworks halfway up the mountain.
Traffic lights into the tunnel.
I don't think it is it?
Yeah.
I think it's road, well, it might be. Anyway, you can just see out there some waterfalls, and we've got snow.
We're about to go in that tunnel there. Now we're going through the mountain. This is the tunnel into Milford Sound.
It's not the best lit tunnel I've ever been.
Still in the tunnel. We're just sort of coming out of the tunnel. There we are, coming out of the tunnel.
So when I walked down from the car park to Milford Sound, and it's Sandfly City. These little black, vicious little flies that are everywhere. We're covered in mozzie spray, which does seem to be doing the trick, but they're tenacious little buggers. So, yeah, this is Milford Sound. Unfortunately, we've got some pretty low cloud cover, and we're hoping in the next hour or so it might clear. But anyway, it's pretty spectacular and quite quiet, although there's lots of tourist buses arriving already, despite the fact it's only 8:30 in the morning. We've climbed up a little track. It's at the back of the visitor centre, which Lindy found. I don't know, how did you find it?
Just googling walks around Milford.
Yeah. And it's not signposted, so you have to ask in the visitor centre. Oh yeah, no, it's around the back there. go past this bloke's gravestone, and we found it. But yeah, the mist's not cleared. Just in the distance there, you should be seeing Mitre Peak, that kind of iconic photo you see in all the tourist things, all covered in cloud, but it's still pretty impressive anyway. It's low tide, so we've walked out from the main touristy bit, and as you can see there, it's just one of the spectacular waterfalls there are here. We saw from the information centre that this apparently is one of the wettest places in the world, so I suppose we should think ourselves lucky. Actually, it's it's not raining. But, yeah, right in front is yeah.
Not the first one.
No, the first cloud-capped rock. Behind that is the famous Mitre Peak.
Footstool in front, and then Mitre Peak behind.
What's it called?
Footstool.
Footstool. Okay. Just arrived at Cavern, and there's a Kia, one of these bloody great parrots they've got out here. Apparently they're very mischievous. The information back there was saying that apparently there are only 5,000 Kias in the wild, and they live around here, and obviously hanging around the car park hoping to get fed, I'd imagine. But they're quite amazing. We've just discovered that the walk itself that we're hoping to do to Chasm, what's it called? Chasm Falls, was washed out by a huge flood they had 3 years ago, where apparently, what was it, a metre of rain fell in 3 days, and yeah, washed the bridges out, which is a bit of a shame. So this, unfortunately, is as far as we can go again. And those concrete constructions apparently are what's left of where the bridge was. So you can kind of imagine the amount of water coming down here.
Going back through the tunnel, coming out of Milford.
We're in Tia now today, and we're going to go off on a bike ride. It's called Lake to Lake, so from Lake Tiano to Lake Manapuri, although we're probably not going to go all the way, but it's still going to be about 40k there and back. So here we are, Lake Tiano. This is our starting point, and as you can see, we have got a beautiful sunny day, and we're going to be heading that way. It's so nice to have some proper sunshine, and that's Lake Tiano. Glorious. Seeing the seaplane land. So, here we go. First part of the trip. So we're not far from our destination, and we just stopped for a, well, take in the view really. We're following the river all along. Some of it's been, well, for us anyway, quite challenging. Very, very narrow with very steep drops on the side. But
I've just tried a bit of spice, it's two-way.
yeah, so if you get somebody coming the other direction, there's no way to pass. But it is amazing. I keep saying that, but it is. We just got to the top of the hill, and a very sedate lady riding up. How was that then? Oh, 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 oh. So we stopped for lunch, and this is the nice thing about most of these Department of Conservation sites. They have a little loo, which are generally really clean and tidy. So we've stopped at Rainbow Beach, although there doesn't appear to be actually any beach here. Did you meet the grumpy lady in the red top?
Yes.
She was happy, wasn't she?
I'm not a happy one. Yeah, how can you not be happy? Look at this. It is the 4th of January and we are on our way to Lake Movara, which you can probably hear. We're going down a dirt track. In fact, we've got 40 kilometres of a dirt track. We've done about 1.5 hours on dirt track, corrugations, and poor old Ronnie has been shaken to pieces, and now we're finally made it to the lake. And actually this bit of road is actually very smooth, going through the forest and up the side of the lake.
We are at Lake Movara, and the weather forecast was spot on, to be fair. It is absolutely chucking it down. We've got quite a nice position right in front of the lake. There are quite a few people here, which isn't surprising because it's still the middle of the holidays. But the forecast is for tomorrow. It's supposed to be nice. Let's hope it is.
We're at the south end of Lake Movara. Nigel's out recceing fishing spots. We stayed last night at the North Movara Lake. And there are actually some people fishing down there, but there's nowhere for Ronnie here. Actually, not only are they fishing, they've got a drone as well. So apparently this is a fishy spot. So we've got Ronnie, and we're going to move up here. So we're at the South Lake now. Not allowed boats, bikes. So this is probably going to be our little spot for the next 2 nights. Okay, now we'll see how level Ronnie is and see if we need to get the chocks out. Not far down to the beach there. And it's meant to be a lovely sunny day tomorrow, fingers crossed. This is North Movara Lake when the sun comes out. As you can see, the absolutely stunning mountains. There's quite a few people down here with boats and paddleboards and trail bikes. It's the weekend, I think it's Saturday. I've just cycled from the southern lake, and I'm going to go for a cycle alongside. There's a track along the side of the lake. This is our little camp setup. We've got the outside cooker out for tonight, so we're going to have our steaks and cook those outside so they don't splatter and smoke inside. And that's our little view, which isn't too bad. In the distance there you should be able to see a fisherman. Might take a little trot down there and see if he's had any joy. So as you can see, beautiful blue skies, so warm that Nigel was actually even in the water. So how are you getting on? What was it? Oh. Decent size?
Sorry?
Decent size?
Yeah, that was a nice one. Soaring, so big.
Lovely. Mm.
Manapuri today, which is just actually down the road from Tiano, where we were a few days ago, having come back from Lake Morava. And we're staying in the NZMCA campsite, which is probably one of the best ones we've been to. There's not a bad view of Lake Tiano. Well, I've just realised only marginally, not exactly ruined, but the edge taken off by the municipal dustbins. And this is just in Manapuri again. Not too shabby. Nice little town. A little place up there where the old church was, where I think we might be having a little snackette later, possibly an ice cream for Linda and who knows what for me.
This is Fraser's Beach at Lake Manapuri. Absolutely beautiful, and it's a really hot day today. For the first time I would be tempted to actually get in the water. It is lovely.
So what have we got for dinner, Lindy?
Pork meatballs and tomato sauce with spaghetti.
And not a shabby view. Sun going down over the mountains.